Yeah, very big welcome to you, my dear Pisces. Sun in Cancer, giving the light to the moon in Pisces, in your sign. The moon is at home when it's in your sign. And we see a strong emotional bond that we want to live. And we want to successfully bring into the world the evolution out of the water through the wolf and the dog and the two towers and up into the sky. This planet that is shifting and changing up in the sky. It's appearing and disappearing, and sometimes it's full and sometimes it has this beautiful form of a crescent moon. And then Cancer is the success of the Holy Grail. You are more a knight, you are more searching for it, while here Cancer is the queen and she is the healer. And so you are pushed through Cancer to become a healer yourself. In this reading, I think, is going to be a message what to do, how to do this. The yoga position for Cancer, Asana, high lounge, or here, of course, the big horse. And for you, it's upward and downward facing dog and fish pose in the moon. The evolution to come out of the water, through land, up into the sky is deep within us. So this is the story here. And yeah, we will see what else is coming up in the sense of that two water signs are giving each other the power, right? You are the Knight of Cups, and you can see in Rider-Waite you go to the right spinning path, and here in the Marseille Tarot you go to the left spinning path. And right, human, to the left, soul. I combine that with the two movements the Earth does. Once to the right every 24 hours, the Earth spins to the right around its axis. And the left is a wobble of 25,800 years. We divide it through the 12 Zodiac signs and we become an age of 2,150 years. And like at the month, where we have the sun in a different sign, or the moon, right, is moving every 2.5 days into another sign. And that's when I do the readings, right, when the moon is in your sign, so that I feel you. So we get an age. And in an age, a religious or an ideology is formed. And here we go from the age of Pisces backwards into the age of Aquarius. So they meet and talk. Hi, I'm coming from the future. Hi, I'm coming from the past. We meet in the present moment. Is your birthday between February 8th and March 11th? Then this is your court card. If not, you can look in the description below. I have listed them all. Back to the last reading where you had Gemini Sun giving Pisces Moon the light. The message was Sun in Gemini brings you the liberty out of dogmas and curses. Wow. The curse here with the hand in front of the mouth, very strong. We're still very much in dogmas, in curses. So we have to be vigilant. We have to look into everything that we do. Good, I'm gonna get one Live Through My Healing Oracle as an overall energy. This is the newest deck that I have. I go from the 15th century on the Fool through all the 22 major arcanas to now this deck, which I bought just a few months ago. And here we have the rune alphabet in there. And so the message is waterfall. I'm gonna hold it. You can stop the video and read the message yourself. '54, waterfall, mystical healing. And of course, yeah, mystical healing. Very clear. When the taste of everything has soared, even love is pestilential and all is winter bleak. It is time to speak with ear, Valkyrie, God healer, never-ending beacon of primal salt rhyme. Stay present, stop seeking answers. The noxious hurt is nomadic and will walk away. As sure as the waters wear the rocks or rise through the trees, create the clouds or dance throughout blood, or as sacred songs, samba with the cascading joy of waters, ceaseless laughter. And it looks like waterfall gushing, and we see the sparks and the little waterfalls in the river through the stones that make the stones round. That's the power of water, makes things round. All right, so let's begin this reading. On the position of the Fool comes the 10 of Pentacles, Mercury in Virgo. A lot of money that you have to handle, and you are handling it into the physical world. The Fool is a state of consciousness that brings deep within you the desire to either have a lot of money or the desire to handle a lot of money. Nevertheless, it's almost saying you have a lot of money, and now what are you going to do with it? And the Fool is that one that takes that step here with this dog that is holding him. And the French word here, le mat, he's taking that path off the cliff into the Magician. So we have 10 and 0 is 100. And 100 has already 2 zeros. And that means more money than just 10 or a 1. So the 0 is nothing and everything if there is not a number there. If you have millions of zeros, you have nothing, right? But if you have a 1 with 6 zeros, you have a million. So have a look at that. See what you feel, see what comes up in you when you see this now as a combination. On the position of the Magician comes the number 59, the upper world, and 5 are the 5 senses, and 9 is the completion. It's the Hermit and the Taurus energy, so there's Taurus and Virgo. The High Priest, the Hermit, and the Wheel of Fortune with the 10, as there is something ending. And the upper world is literally saying, well, now keep flying, because calculated together this becomes then a 14, which is connected with Temperance. And Temperance is that balanced outlook, so use those 2 wings, use everything that you can use to become elevated, a spiritual elevated being. And so the inspiration of the Magician, adding a 1 becomes then a 15, right? And that's Capricorn. So of course, then you are recognizing the 6 as the self-love that you want, need, and should be for yourself, and knowing that you are ready to use the 4 elements on his table. And so you continue to recognize now this idea is being supported by the upper world. This idea of wanting to have a lot of money is supported by the upper world through an inspirational thought. On the position of the High Priestess comes the Knight of Fire. The Knight of Fire is Sagittarius, or the Knight of Wands, and it is the 9th zodiac sign. +2 is an 11, is a portal. So there is a portal opening, and you had, when we calculated this together, a 14, which is Temperance, connected to Sagittarius. So there's a guardian angel, there's a Sagittarian energy here that is letting you know, spread your wings, really open your wings, strongly go and rise and use your intuition wisely, because she's facing the left spinning path, she's facing the soul path. So rise into your intuition, rise and fly high through the portal, through the 1-1, and know that you are supported, know that you have the inspiration to rise, because on the position of the Empress comes the Magician, and he is, like I said, holding all 4 elements. And she, the Empress, she is with the eagle and with the wings herself, the one that gives birth to all creation. The 3 and the 1 creates a 4, which is the Emperor. And the Emperor is for the 4 elements. Here the 3 always is the triangle that's pointing up or sometimes down. Empowering yourself, right? Empowering yourself to believe in magic and believe that you can make things happen, particularly if you want a lot of money, right? A lot of money takes responsibility, not just to create and to have whatever you want, but also to be magically responsible over all that you create. So it's speaking here directly with a 1-1 portal, right, to the 10. And here we had a 1-1 with the High Priestess, so it's almost like 1, 1, 1, 1, 4 times the 1. The heart has to be in it to handle this amount of money. And 10 is a lot of money, depending on how much money you think is a lot of money. On the position of the Chariot, here I use Aleister Crowley's positioning of the Chariot, so that you see that he holds the Holy Grail. You get the 7 of Pentacles, and this is interesting because now you get 10 and 7 is the 17 Pentacles, and that's the star, that's Aquarius, and that was yesterday the reading, or the moon was in Aquarius yesterday. So there is something speaking to you through Aquarius, the age of Aquarius that is upon us, and Pluto is going into Aquarius for 20 years next year. So we're going to be challenged quite a lot on the way we see money, the way we make money, the way we save money. And you see now here's a 4, and then is a triangle pointing down, and the triangle pointing down is the feminine, is the yin, and the 4 is the stability. And here it's talking about you not having the power to maintain stability in the money. You are challenged through an emotional energy. It's almost like there's an emotional attachment to money, but you're doing much better than you think you're doing, and you should check your values. You should always check, why are your values being challenged by emotional energy? So you have a 7-7 here through the 7 of the Chariot, the 7 of Pentacles, and the 7-7, 2 times 7 is like there is a weakness sometimes in reaching a spiritual project or a spiritual state of consciousness. You're getting tested always, right? And the 7 usually, of course, we think, oh, we have arrived, but then it just continues. And then what's really interesting is you're getting on the position of the Cavalier des Coupés, the Knight of Cups, right? You're getting the 2 of Pentacles, and here's a date in the 1760. And the 1716, you get the 17, which was the 17 here. So all this money, and then this money, and now 2, which always is connected then with Jupiter in Capricorn. You have the 17 here, and then you have the 60. The 6 is Capricorn through 15, the 1 and the 5, the magic in the 5 elements, recognizing that, and that the infinite potential of 17, when we calculate them together, becomes an 8, and here's an 8, and you see the 8 interchanging, and then when we calculated them all together, we have a 19, which is a 10. So the 10 is left, and the 10 is again that big amount of money, Mercury in Virgo. Now this is Saturn in Taurus, and this is Jupiter in Capricorn, just that you see the constellation to the cards. 19 is the Sun, and the Sun is in Cancer. So lovingly, caringly make that money, make money flow, and recognize the challenge that comes with money, because it's an extreme powerful tool and there are a lot of negative energy attached to it. So just recognize this dark energy that is here with the 7, as that I'm gonna see, why is money so important to me, what are the values for me, recognizing then here the game of life, the dualities, the playfulness, the infinite juggle of inhale and exhale, expanding, contracting, because on the position of the Moon comes the 2 of Wands. And the 2 of Wands creates now, with the 2 of Pentacles, a 2-2 portal on the position of the Moon. And the Moon itself says, well, evolve out past the dualities, up into the sky. And there is a duality as well, dark and light. The Moon changes its phase. 2-2, 2 times 2, being creative in the way you are looking at the duality that is interchanging itself all the time and creating here this opening. It's almost like a yoni with a 4-petaled energy deep inside. So beautiful, right? So it's like you're coming out and you're evolving, and your desire to evolve is like an action, is taking action, and you are taking action. Then on the position of the Moon again comes here the number 44. This is the Dream Oracle, because the Moon is ruling you, is your home, And here you get a 4-4 portal. So it's very interesting, right? So you had here a 2-2 portal, and then instantly after comes a 4-4 portal. And you recognize now, I'm going to put this over these two because the moon is here as the sign for you, the card for you, but the moon is also here, this dream oracle, because it's ruling our dreams. And here comes the perfect storm, the courage to step into life. Look at that. The courage to evolve up, the courage to step into life, but he steps into the soul, and he steps into the life. You see that? So he's looking into the life, the courage to go into the life, and knowing that you have the power, you have the Holy Grail, which Cancer holds as well. But Cancer goes straight, right? And so you, in a way, have the dualities through these two animals that are facing each other. And the moon, look how the moon is facing the left. So there is something coming at you that is bringing a perfect storm, so that you can go into this life and be creative and be the creator of whatever it is that you want to create. Because then in the position of the sun, which is in Cancer, and we have the 19 Pentacles, which then makes the 10, right? We have here animals, the 21, which is the world. The world is made of animals, and we are in a way an animal too, that can think and that can make decisions and that can reflect. So you see here these two children playing, and the sun giving the light to them. And here we see how she is taking care of all the animals that are bringing diversity to us. And of course the 21 is the world. The 2, the High Priestess, right? Taking action for the animals, taking action that you feel is helping them in the upper world as the magician of the 1 in the 21, right? You want to help. The spirit world is asking you to help these animals, to be there for animals. They need us. They're here to live with us, not that we can use them or abuse them even. It's just like ridiculous. It's really like, I sometimes don't understand that people can have such a mind frame. So there is something pushing this, because then it becomes a 3. And the 3 is the Empress. It gives birth to everything, gives birth to the infinity here, right? And so recognize the push here, right? Particularly the push of the 2 of Wands. The 2 of Wands is Mars in Aries, and there we reflect back to spirit what we see and what we have planned. Here we have self-respect, and the self-respect is asking you to really go and do this consciously, because on the position then of the world, le monde, comes here Scorpio, and Scorpio is here in this card of the world. We have Taurus, we have Leo, we have Scorpio, and we have Aquarius. And Scorpio is a fixed sign. Scorpio is opposite of Aquarius. So these 17 here, the challenge that you got, the 17, right, was to let you know that here in the infinite game is the 17, the star, the new age. So Pisces is literally saying, yeah, we're moving from the age of Pisces into the age of Aquarius. That's what these cards are literally telling us. And there's a 6, a self-love, that is the only way that saves you. And so here we have all 3 water signs, right? We have, I'm just going to put this one down. We have him, we have him. And we have Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, with all water signs. There's a lot of emotions. They're able to connect here. And it's important that you understand that there's ways of giving love. This love is searching and giving, and this love is just being and holding the portal of love. And this love is the love of Scorpio, a deep, deep love where we go into our own sexual energy, which is where we come from. Our orgasm is the state of consciousness that we come from, and it feels like when you meditate that you are in a state of consciousness or in a state of orgasm. So they're all speaking to you, they're all here to let you know the world needs a lot of love, a lot of variations of love. And she's looking over into the left spinning, but her body goes to the right spinning. That's what we do here as a physical person, but as a spiritual person we know the path, and we know that we have to take care of the animals. And the raven, or the, I think it's a raven, is giving you the message. The winged one, the upper world, is giving you the message. The winged ones. And so here it comes down and it brings you the information. Right? And we have, of course, here the horse that is having wings and flies up in the air. And that's taking action, taking serious action in this world to maintain this, or to even not be drowned by it, right? And to see also that this is really important, right? That it's coming and going all the time, and that the 2-2 portal is literally important with the 4-4. So the message is very clear, right? Continue what you're doing and continue to be very conscious with it. Be very conscious with the animals that are around you, and give love, as much love as you can give. Give this love, because this love will bring then the true wealth, a true wealth of the physical world being in a harmonious state of consciousness because of you, because you're influencing the world around you. So that's also why you have 19 coins, so that you can, with all this money, shine and give the love, give so much love that people are literally like, oh my God, what's wrong with her? Right? Some people are really like, what's wrong with her? There's something wrong when someone is so giving with money and love. There's something wrong, right? So that's the message for you. And yeah, it's really a message of healing, a message of being flowing with the water, because water is never saying no, you cannot have the water. Water just gives itself to the people. The love is there for people. And so then you also notice that here the money will be there, because the 54 becomes a 9, becomes a completion, becomes the hermit. So keep flowing, because Cancer is giving you the love right now, so that you can take your path either into the spiritual world or, of course, into the physical world, right? Either way. Combine them like wings. Combine them both directions, right? It's very interesting. See this? Both directions you can go, right? And if I put them like this, then they're back to back. Wow, cool. So I hope I see you in the next one. Then we have the sun in Leo, and Leo is not here, but there is fire, right? The 2 of Wands. So we will see. Until then, I thank you so much for being with me. Namaste.